Are you guys ready for your next comic? Please welcome Tara Zimmerman.
Thank you. Hey, y'all. How's everybody doing? Good. Good. I got a new part-time job. I just started. I'm a ghost tour leader. I'm in training. I read the wrong theme on the little mail out they send us. I showed up last night and my other ghost leaders were funny clowns. I was the Walking Dead. I scared several children just really badly. Really badly. They'll be in therapy. Yeah. I have a lot of problems for most of them. I blame my family. I recently had my DNA done. I sent in for Ancestry DNA. Has anybody done that?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't real surprised. Were you very surprised?
Yeah.
Were you? Well.
You weren't on it.
Oh, okay. Oh. Well, it's fine. Well, my DNA told me that I was 82% British, which wasn't a real surprise because my mother was born in Britain. But what was a surprise is they said that most people in Britain are only 65% British. So I'm like, okay. And then it told me I was 19% European. And for those of you who are real good with math, that means I'm over 100% white. I basically glow, yeah. I have no ethnicity whatsoever. It's a wonder I had enough rhythm to reproduce. Yeah. But I did. Yeah, like I said, I come from a good old Southern family. Anybody come from a Southern family? Bless your heart, bless your heart. When I was born, my grandmother was 28 years old. That's good. Y'all did that in your heads, didn't you? My brother is my uncle. We don't know how it happened, but we know it's wrong. A night out for my family is an AA meeting. We call it Free Donut Night. I have a cousin who has been on the Maury Povich show 4 separate occasions. Still trying to figure out who that baby daddy is. Sometimes you gotta let it go. You just gotta let things go. Yeah. But I do have some relatives that I like, that I get along with really well. I have a brother and sister-in-law. They're snowbirds. They own property in St. Pete, and they came down. And, came on down. And we had a games night. Do y'all know what a games night is? Ma'am does. That's when people that used to hang out at bars till 4 in the morning, getting trashed and partying and having fun, get together and play board games. Yeah, how things have changed. But I decided I was going to be retro. So I went out in the garage and I got that game Operation. You remember that game Operation? Guy with the big belly and took the bones out with the tweezers and it went, I'm thinking this is going to be cool, right? So I come in, put the box on the table, take the lid off the box, and guess what I found? A bag of marijuana. And it wasn't mine. And I sat there for a minute and I'm like, well, I don't judge, I guess. It's legal with a card. None of us in the house had a card. And it's not all bad because, weed's legal in Oregon. I know this because our daughter is going to grad school in Oregon, and I went and visited her. And I'm telling you, having weed legalized ain't all bad. It's not bad at all because there was no road rage. None. Hey, go ahead. Go ahead and pass me. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. Nobody Everybody's speeding, you know, pedestrians had the right of way, didn't matter where they were. And true story. When we were in Portland, we witnessed a fender bender. And the two people got out of their cars, surveyed the damage, looked at each other, high-fived, laughed real hard, got in their cars and went home. Y'all, I work in downtown Tampa. There would have been some gunplay. Somebody was getting hurt. So I realized that, you know, the marijuana here did not belong to my daughter because she is in Oregon. But then, of course, there's our beloved son, Bobby. And now we're proud of Bobby. He's a good kid, you know. His hair's longer than mine, but that's all right. That's okay. He just graduated from USF with a degree in accounting. And of course, he's still living at home, saving money, working on the CPA. So, you know, it didn't take a lot of sleuthing for me to figure out who that marijuana belonged to in my house. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's the best dang games night we ever had. I can't even remember what we played. We had a lot of snacks. We're going to do it again next weekend. Yeah, that's a good time. Yeah, it's my brother and my sister-in-law. Anybody married in here? Look at that. I tell you, the early show, everybody married. Anybody in a relationship? It don't have to be good. We're not judging. It's all right. You got a good relationship. That's right. Well, I have been married to my beloved Bob for 31 fun-filled years. Yeah, see, everybody's in shock. The other place, they clap. Now you're like, 31 years, oh my God. But we've been married to each other at the same time, the whole time, no breaks. I like to clarify that because I was performing at a Christian comedy show, and the gentleman comedian who went on before me said that he'd been married for over 40 years. Everybody clapped and got all excited, till he said to 7 different women. People don't like that, sir, in Christian comedy. They don't go over big at all. Me and Bob, we've been together the whole time, same time. Now, I do have to say one thing after being married 31 years. Bob is falling apart. Bob's 10 years older than me, and it used to work out real good because he had a job and money saved and stuff, so it worked out real well at the beginning. You hear what I'm saying? Now, I swear to God, his back went out, and he complained for 2 years. Then he finally had the back surgery, so we had to deal with that. Then his shoulders went out because he'd been overcompensating using his arms when his back went out. And then he got a bunion, so he's going to have to do something about that. I say, I swear to God, one more thing, I'm taking you out and I'm putting you down. Having you put down. Yeah, this, sickness and health stuff, you don't go so far. And I'll be honest with you. I love this man. I do. I'm spending my life with him. But anytime you're in a long relationship, it gets monotonous. It can get monotonous. Day in, day out, day in, day out. Especially during the pandemic, y'all, when we were stuck together for 24 hours at a time. So I decided that I needed to spice up our love life. That's right. So I went online and I ordered a naughty leather and lace bustier. Yes, I did. Now I got some advice for y'all. If you decide to go online and order something of a personal nature, don't order it from China. Some of y'all know. There is a slight sizing discrepancy between the United States and China, am I right? Yes. For instance, when my size large Chinese bustier arrived, I looked at it and said, there ain't no way it's fitting on this size large American body. But man, it was so cute. It was so dang cute. I said, I can get in there. I think I can get in there. myself into that bustier. Now, if y'all are thinking of a visual at this time, are you familiar with those biscuits that come in the tube? Yeah, that's what I got. Wasn't what I wanted, but that's what I got. Something happened when I got in that bustier too. I expanded, it contracted. Something shifted during flight. But I was trapped in that bustier, and I was running out of oxygen. So I went waddling into the kitchen. Bob looked at me and said, "My God, what'd you do to yourself?" I said, "Shut up and help me." So he's in there, and I hear banging and clanging, and now y'all, he was in the kitchen. He was in the kitchen. He found a pizza cutter. He sliced up the back of that bustier. That sucker went flying across the room, took out the cat, scared the hell out of the dog, and broke half my grandmama's good china. It was pitiful. Pitiful. Well, I realized, especially over the pandemic, I was getting too big. I was just getting too big, I turned into an orb. What can I tell you? But a woman my age, it's hard to get in shape. It's hard to get in shape. Round's a shape. Bulbous is a shape. Getting old, it's not easy. It's not easy. Unlike Dan, who's all happy being a survivor and running for the bathroom and stuff. It's not easy, because I finally turned that age where I had to have a colonoscopy. Has anybody had to have a colonoscopy? And see, some of y'all are youngins. You ain't had to deal with that yet. But I tell you, I won't go into it. Because we all know what happens, or we've heard what happens during colonoscopies. But what stuck out in my mind so much and made me ponder is when I was, all checked in and stuff, and they had me in my little gown, and I'm sitting there waiting for them to come get me and roll me in, where I could be molested. That's what it is. It's just molestation. Y'all were knocked out. We're just knocked out. We don't know. You don't know what happens. They don't give you a film or nothing. But anyway, I'm sitting there waiting to get rolled in, and the nurse keeps going from person to person to person to person, saying, "Could you please verify your name and date of birth?"
Yeah.
And finally, I'm like, who the hell is sneaking in wanting all these colonoscopies? What is the problem? Are people coming in the back when they're done and getting back in line? And then all of a sudden, I look down there and I see this man, and his gown's open to the front. He's sitting there like, oh my God, that was Dave. I'm like, I ain't following Dave. There's something wrong with Dave. But yeah, it's rough getting old. But I must share with y'all, I am a realist. I know that, your body changes and things, and the only way I'm getting a smoking hot body is if I fall into a candle and catch on fire. I also realize my only hope for the body I really want is plastic surgery. Unfortunately, I don't have enough money to get everything I need to get done at one time, so I'll have to do it with Groupons. Like Dan got his knee done. Yeah. You're a lovely young woman. What's your name, hon?
Carrie.
Carrie. Carrie, do you know that right now in your Clicker magazine there is a coupon for a Brazilian butt lift starting at $3,200? Not that you need it, because you are a lovely young woman. Keyword there for me, starting at $3,200. How much y'all think this is going to put me back? About 10,000? Be cheaper for me to hire a little guy to walk around behind me and carry my ass. Yeah, it's pitiful. Pitiful. I forgot to tell you guys about something, and I want to go back and tell you about it because it means a lot to me. When I was talking about how, me and my brother and sister-in-law and my husband used to go out and party and stuff and have a good old time. You know, I do realize now that I have gotten a little older that it's maybe better I don't do that as much. Because not only was I a friend of Jack Daniels, we dated. We dated all through high school and college. Practically lived together sophomore year. He may be the biological father of my oldest child. If not, he had a lot to do with it. But you know, you get older, you get more mature, and you come to the realization that, you know, Jack Daniels, Captain Morgan, Jose Cuervo, not your friend. Not your friend. Case in point, about 5-6 years ago now, I had one of those milestone birthdays, one of them big ones. It was a big one. And I had a reunion with my friend Jack Daniels. And somehow during the evening, I procured a tattoo across my lower back of my beloved husband, Bob's name. I was ashamed. But you know, as I said, it's been 5-6 years ago, and as I have aged, the tattoo, I shouldn't have been worried about it, because the tattoo has fallen into my butt crack. It don't even say Bob anymore. It says what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah, but I must say, I am excited that since December and turning into an orb, I have lost 30 pounds. Thank y'all. It ain't easy because I'm on that whole food challenge. And it is a challenge because I ain't getting a whole lot of food. But I went back to work, you know, here recently because we were remote for a while. And everybody who hasn't seen me in a while, they're all like, oh, Tara, tell us your secret. How did you lose that weight? And I say, it's no secret. I said, I just, you know, stopped eating like a pig and work out occasionally. And to a person, they all reacted exactly the same way. They said, well, I don't want to do that. So I realized I was answering them incorrectly because I want to be a people pleaser and, you know, make people feel good. So I said, okay, you want to know the secret? Everybody huddle up. I'm going to share the secret. I said, I wait till around midnight and I strip down buck naked. Then I go out behind the house to the pond and I run around that sucker 13 times, swinging a chicken over my head. And oh my God, then they get so excited. They're like, woo! They start taking notes. They're like, oh, do I have to go at midnight or can I go a little early? Do I have to be buck naked or can I wear flip-flops? Is that a live chicken or can I buy that sucker at Publix? That's why I love people. I love people. But of course, the person I love the most in this world is my beloved Bob. And it harkens me back to the day when we were younger, when we were first in love. And I would walk out naked in front of him, all provocative. Didn't need no bustier or nothing. And he'd say, now I walk up naked in front of Bob. And he says, aren't you cold? Yeah, things have changed. But you know, there's one thing I know for sure, and it's that Bob and I will never get divorced. And people say, why is that, Tara? And I say, let me share with you. I say, first of all, Bob's an accountant. He's too cheap to get a divorce. And as you've heard from my entire, you know, gig this evening, that neither Bob nor I have the time, the money, or the inclination to get in good enough shape to appear naked in front of another human being for the rest of our lives. And I could do another half hour on this, but many of y'all are going to be able to relate. The main reason Bob and I will never get divorced is that neither one of us wants full custody of the children. Thank y'all so much. My name's Parrish.
Tara Zimmerman, everybody.